I picked up my phone and just happened to click on the Instagram avatar and saw my buddy Vernon Glynn's post about the news that CBS is canceling the Late Show with Stephen Colbert for financial reasons. And I thought, you know, the last, in particular, month has been a weird one where it seemed like all these people were falling in line for Donald Trump. And it's like someone just did this one. But I don't. I think it's awful news. Um, take the Supreme Court, okay? Just laying over all of the Trump appointed Supreme Court justices, just laying over. Now there's this revelation that there's something called a shadow docket, and that the shadow docket has been accessed more times over the past, what, 3 months than in its previous history. You say, what's the shadow docket? It's these emergency decisions that are made uh, with very little time to deliberate. You have to make a snap judgment. So boom, there it is. And it just so happens to go the way that President Trump wants it to go. Or how the Republican Senate and the House are just laying over for him. Or and I said to a friend of mine, why does it feel like there's Russian money involved with this? You know? Why does it feel like people in key positions to make these things happen are being paid off in some kind of way? And then there's a revelation by a former CIA operative on an obscure online show called The Larry Johnson Show. Can't make this stuff up, right? Uh, Saying that Lindsey Graham allegedly is receiving money from Ukraine through an intermediary source like Leavenworth or something like that. I thought, isn't that a prison? You know, I mean, if you think the Epstein files are weird, why am I getting the picture that that's only the tip of the iceberg? I mean, it is a weird time. It's a time that has nothing to do with the Lord Jesus Christ, except that it seems like the devil's in charge of pulling the levers. You know what I mean? Stephen Colbert has a great show. We'll have it through next year. And you know what's going to happen, folks? It's going to go on YouTube someplace, and it's going to be huger than ever just because of the action. And CBS is going to be gobsmacked over it. Watch. Because CBS is stupid like that. I mean, CBS, didn't they just recently roll over because President Trump had an issue with the CBS broadcast? Um, I think it was a court case that had to do with Paramount, which is a CBS owner or something like that. So I've got to get that straight. But I'm not, but I know I'm in the right church, even if I'm in the wrong pew on that one. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? When you buy your media, you can get the media to say what you want to. I mean, look, that's the way it is today because everyone wants an outlet. Everyone wants a place to express their ideas and their vision. And the people who are willing to spend the money can reach the greatest numbers of people, right? Or stop others from reaching it, theoretically. I say that because as long as there's the internet, there's always the opportunity to scale. What I enjoy about the Colbert Show when I watch it is, when I watch it, I love the show, but the way CBS has done things lately, there've been a lot of reruns and a lot of reruns, and network television is really having a bear of a time putting together consistently financially viable programming because of the cost, because of the fact that the numbers The numbers are really hard now. Why? There's just so much stuff out there. I mean, the number of shows that are out there of different types just within your grasp of your television set, let alone your phone, is just gargantuan. It's huge. And what does that mean? It means it's really hard for any organization or person to make money. A lot of these folks who have these millions of views, they're buying them. Okay, they're buying them. You think advertisers want to pay for bought views? Heck no. I'm not saying that's what's going on with Colbert or CBS, but I'm talking about just how wild the chase for what looks like eyeballs, fake eyeballs, has been. And now we have AI in its use. My specific issue in that instance is the the idea that these fake images can be made, that there's no disclaimer, or they're trying to scrape your content, like my sites. You know why I say that? Because I have code to stop them. Oh yeah, you want my content? Pay PayPal, and you can pay me through PayPal, pal. Um, Wild stuff, wild stuff. Stephen Colbert will just go to cable. He'll go someplace else. He'll always be visible. He's got too much of a brand and too much of a product. He's got too much of, excuse me, um, a biting commentary to say, particularly about President Trump. He ain't going nowhere. He may be leaving CBS, but hey, look, it's happened before. CBS had Magnum PI. Then, because of the studio structure, you should actually read my article on it at zennyreport.com, which consists really of my interview with Magnum PI showrunner um, Eric Guggenheim. Thanks, Mark Guggenheim. Uh, he gives a very detailed and insightful presentation of what happened to Magnum PI, and I dare say that Colbert shows went the same route. It wouldn't surprise me. But where's Magnum PI now? It's on Ion, and it's on Ion, and it has a loyal fan base. Stephen Colbert has a loyal fan base that will follow him wherever, wherever. So, what do you think about this news about Colbert? Now, I know some of you, uh, I don't know. Yeah, is there anybody out there who's a Trump fan who doesn't call themselves MAGA, who can express how they see the world, in complex sentences and ideas? I know they are there. I know they are there. It's just for some particular reason they don't come to my channel. All right. I'm going to take my nap now. I'll see you all later.